A pleasant afternoon, everyone. So we will be doing a panel discussion. But before that, I'm Bailey G. Lopez and I will be your instructor for this program. My task is to handle this program with a smooth flow so it will lead to success. And I am also the one who assigned their roles and gave their tasks. In this panel discussion, we have a moderator that will introduce our panelists one by one. And she will also be the one who will be giving the topic for this discussion. And she is the one who will encourage our panelists to answer the question. Next is the panelists. The panelists will show their own views and will share the research they prepared about this discussion. And the last one is the audience. The audience will ask their questions to clarify whatever they want to know. So, now let's proceed to our panel discussion. Here's our moderator to begin the program, Miss Miel.
Good afternoon, Your Highness. It's my honor to be your moderator for this session. We are now having a panel discussion that will be pointing out about the problem of the service in our economy. And of course, all the problems has a solution, and we will be discussing that also. We have a panelist that will be exchanging viewpoints about the problem and the solution in our economy. Each panelist will be given the maximum time of 1 minute, and other panelists will not allow to interrupt the panelist that is answering. We have our dear panelists named John Lim, Raver, Jonabel, and Kirill. Raver will be given his time now about the problem of service in our economy.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm really waiting for this time to share my own viewpoints. The service sector in the Philippines is a significant contributor to the country's economy. However, it is also facing several challenges that are impacting its growth and development. Some of the key problems of service sector in the Philippines is facing are limited technology adoption. Many companies in the service sector in the Philippines are still relying on outdated technology and manual processes. This is impacting the ability to deliver services efficiently and cost effectively, which is essential for remaining competitive in the market. Next is limited access to capital. Many companies in the service sector in the Philippines are small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, that have limited access to capital. This is making it difficult for them to invest in new technologies, expand their operations, and compete with larger companies. Lastly, inadequate infrastructure. The service sector in the Philippines is also facing challenges related to inadequate infrastructure. This includes poor road networks, limited access to electricity, and limited access to high-speed internet. This infrastructure.
Thank you, Raver, for that. You have such an open mind to know about this problem. Here, the panel is Jonabel for us to see that there are still solutions for that.
Thank you for giving me your precious time. I am very honored to give my opinion to all of you guys. So you know that there is a solution in serving our economy. First of all is by launching a wage hike for local workers to encourage them to work in our country. Second of all is by honing future workers in their skills through education. Third of all is government cultivation of the country's ability in information and communication technology to strengthen the position of software development that will promote e-services by cultivating markets inside and outside the country. Second to the last is organizing our agencies so that Filipinos can be given more jobs so they don't have to go abroad. Lastly, cultivating tourism hubs at airports, ports, and roads.
What a wonderful answer, Jonabel. Now, John Limp is here to give his viewpoint about the problems of the service in our economy.
Thank you, Miss. Brain drain. The issue of brain drain is a significant problem in our country, posing considerable challenges to our development and progress. Brain drain refers to the immigration of highly skilled and talented individuals who seek better opportunities and living conditions abroad, often leaving a gap in critical sectors of our economy. When our brightest minds and skilled professionals choose to leave, we not only lose their expertise and knowledge, but also hinder our ability to innovate and compete on a global scale. Brain drain undermines the growth potential of our country, as it diminishes our capacity to develop cutting-edge technologies, advance research, and build a robust workforce. Underemployment. Underemployment has become a significant issue in our country, posing a serious challenges to our economy and society as a whole. While underemployment often takes center stage in discussions about joblessness, underemployment is equally a concerning problem that cannot be overlooked. Low wages. Low wages pose a significant problem in our country, undermining the well-being and economic stability of countless individuals and families. Despite being employed, many workers find themselves struggling to make the end meet, trapped in a cycle of poverty and financial insecurity. Low wages not only lead to diminished living standards but also hinder upward mobility and perpetuate incoming inequality. When workers are unable to find a decent wage, it becomes increasingly challenging to meet basic needs with the housing, healthcare, and education. Contractualization. Contractualization has emerged as a pressing problem in our country, posing a significant challenges to our workers' rights and job security. Contractualization, also known as end of contract or ENDO, refers to the practice of hiring employees on a short-term or fixed-term contract instead of providing them with a regular employment. This practice allows employers to evade the obligations such as providing benefits, regularization, and job security, leaving workers vulnerable and uncertain about their future. Contractual workers that can often face lower wages and limited access to social protection and diminished bargaining power, exacerbating home equality and perpetuating a cycle of poverty.
Thank you for that, Janlin. Kyle is here too to give us another solution for the problem of the service in our economy.
The service sector plays an important role in our country. The main role of this sector is to provide services that meet people's needs. This sector also helps to make our economy more prosperous and run well. Apart from this, there are also problems facing the service sector, such as many people moving abroad to take risks there. This is one of the things that affects us because if we always provide services to other countries, our country's economy will be affected. Government also has a recommended solution to that. First, attract more investors to create more jobs. Second, increase the wages of workers to encourage them to work here in our country. Another of the problems facing this sector is a worsening case of brain drain, and the proposed solution to that is to hone future workers through a proper education system. Second is recognition and appreciation of professionals in our country. The next problem is the lack of skills of the workers. The proposed solution to that is cultivation of the government in the country's ability to ICT and provision of free exercises or training to workers. And the last problem facing the service sector is the contractualization of workers. And the proposed solution to that is government enforcement or stricter laws, which prohibits contractualization and teaching the workers about the disadvantages caused by contractualization. We need to help focus on the good of our neighbors and the development of the country. The service sector plays a big role in our country. The main role of this sector is to provide services that meet people's needs.
Thank you very much for that, Kirill. Now let's proceed to the question and answer where audience will ask questions to our dear panelists and panelists will be given time to answer that. Jillian will ask panelist Kirill.
My question is, what are your initiatives in addressing or changing the service sector's challenges and limitations?
Thank you for that question. The continuous search for solutions to the problems and challenges facing the service sector. Another one is to support our fellow Filipinos, despite their own problems. Next is to follow the established guidelines. It is not easy to come up with conveyable solutions to the problems of the service sector. But if we continue to work on solutions together, we will be able to progress and change the direction the service sector is taking.
Thank you for the both of you. That's a wonderful Q&A. Now, Isaac will ask panelist Raver.
How can the service sector of the Philippines overcome their problems?
Thank you for that question. Here are some ways to overcome these problems. First, enhancing the quality of services. The service sector can improve its competitiveness by providing high quality services that can meet the needs and expectations of customers. This can be achieved by investing in training and development programs for the workforce, adopting technology and innovation in service delivery, and ensuring timely and efficient service delivery. Second one is addressing infrastructure gaps. The service sector requires reliable and efficient infrastructure to operate effectively. The government can address infrastructure gaps by investing in transportation, communication, and energy infrastructure, which can reduce the cost of doing business and improve the competitiveness of the service sector. And lastly, encouraging foreign investment. The service sector can benefit from the foreign investment, which can bring in new technology, skills, and capital. The government can encourage foreign investment by creating a favorable investment climate, providing incentives for investors, and streamlining bureaucratic procedures. Overall, a combination of these measures can help the service sector in the Philippines overcome its problems and become more competitive and sustainable. Thank you.